entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey now, you hunter-killer fans! And I'm not talking about flying Terminators, I'm talking about submarines. Matt Haywood here to review the Gerard Butler starring Hunter Killer. There will be no spoilers in this review. In fact, there won't even be much of a discussion around the plot, so feel free to tune in. If you've been itching for an old-school war game style thriller set in a nuclear-powered cigar tube that doesn't ask too much of your brain, then prepare to scratch yourself with Hunter Killer. This movie perfectly captures the glorious style of films made during the Cold War era in which the entire world order is in limbo thanks to a massive geopolitical event between the United States and Russia. It channels the submarine drama of the equally tense The Hunt for the Red October, albeit with modern warfare tropes in place, and features plenty of Miller time moments such as those found in Top Gun or Iron Eagle. It truly is the perfect embodiment of old school war games action movie thrillers, so it's very refreshing to watch because we don't really get this type of action flick anymore. Geopolitical war movies like this that could potentially play out in real life have been replaced by comic book films or over-the-top Black Ops franchises like Mission Impossible, in which the lead character feels more like a superhero than a regular serviceman doing extraordinary things. And while I love me some comic book movies and Tom Cruise doing godly things on screen, I've missed the more true-to-life action war dramas, which is probably why I enjoyed Hunter Killer so much. It really excels at building up tension, and then paying off on the build-up. The action scenes that take place on the feature sub are very well done, and are capable of making your butthole pucker during tense moments. You can feel the stress that Gerard Butler's Joe Glass character is experiencing, as well as his crew. You worry for their safety and cheer on their victories, because even though this movie doesn't spend any time really developing any of the characters, it still excels in making you care for their situation due to the extreme situations they're put in. It's also just rad watching submarines do their thing. These really are impressive machines of war that don't nearly get as predominantly featured as aircraft carriers, destroyers, or fighter jets on film. So it was awesome to see a hunter killer in action in various precarious situations with the Russians. This movie also folds in some special forces action by featuring a plot thread that takes place on land with a group of SEALs. While they too provide for some great America fuck yeah moments, I did feel like I'd rather be watching moments take place on the sub than on the ground, so I felt as if the SEAL thread took away from the bread and butter of Hunter Killer. This thread is ultimately a key part of the overarching narrative, and by no means is it boring to watch play out. It just can't compete with the thrills that the submarine cruise plot provided. Hunter Killer may feature a slightly fantastical plotline that sees a coup taking place in Russia, but for the most part, its events aren't too far-fetched, especially in today's fragile geopolitical environment. I think its level of authenticity, and for that matter its simplicity, is what makes this movie so enjoyable. It doesn't try to be smarter or more dramatic than it is, it just offers up an enjoyable 2 hours of dramatic war games action. For its nostalgic feel alone, Hunter Killer is a 7.5 out of 10 type of movie. I do recommend a trip to a theater for it to take in its action moments on a big screen. And if you've loved war movies from the 80s and early 90s, you'll definitely appreciate this modern take on them. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Haywood signing off for entertainmentbuddha.com, where we make you a better geek, one post at a time.
entertainmentbuddha.com